What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over talking about the triple threat park rewards coming to NBA 2K25 MyTEAM tomorrow. Yes, you guys see a GOAT card coming to triple threat park. Now, remember, there is a locker code for a GOAT card already out in the game. If you're wondering what it is, just Google 2K locker codes and you'll find exactly what it is. Type that locker code in, and then if you guys can grind this out as well, you're going to be on your way to getting the Dikembe Mutombo Dark Matter card for absolutely free, who I absolutely love. Now, if you've already got Dark Matter Dikembe Mutombo, you can go get Kenyon Martin, work your way towards whatever you do want. And people ask me all the time, Ty, what is the most worth it thing to grind on the game? It's this, right? It's each and every Sunday, taking the time to go win 5 in a row, getting that, GOAT event card, and going from there. So this is what we see tomorrow. Obviously, at 1 win, you do get a NBA Draft #1 picks pack. At 3 wins, you will get a 97 overall. Important to note here, watch my gameplay of this card if you have not yet, right? There are some good Galaxy Opals. The Galaxy Opal GOAT to me, though, is Pervis Ellison. I think the card is an absolute stud, an absolute beast. And if you guys get him from that 3-win pack, you are going to be well on your way. So that's just kind of some things that I would recommend you guys, doing. And again, just continuing to work your way, towards making your squad really, really, really solid. And I know it is a grind, and it seems like, oh, well, Ty, it's tough to win those, games in a row. And I get it. It is, right? I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but you have to find your way to win those 5 games in a row, because if you do, that is really where you are going to see the most success as far as building your MT count up, as far as making progress when it comes down to team building on this game, because it isn't easy to play the game. And honestly, there's not a singular game mode that I do think right now is even super rewarding. Like, I just don't. I'm going through them, like Showdown, Domination is probably the most rewarding. Breakout, like, there's not a game mode that I really think is that rewarding to play. And so, like today in King of the Court, if you went through and played, you did get, what was it, an Invincible event card. You got an event card. I think it was an Invincible. No, you got a 100 overall event card. Solid, not great. But again, you did get a 100 overall card. If you grind out the challenges, multiplayer, single player challenges, there's plenty, more cards to be picked up there. There's 2 different top 3 picks you can have. And so if you do type in the locker code, you played King of the Court, tomorrow you'll go get your 5 wins. You grind out what we've got to grind out in the challenges section. Are you going to be able to get, the top rewards like, the Hakeems, the Paolos? No, you're not. It's simply put, you're not going to go get Ralph. You're going to be able to go get Dikembe. You're going to be able to go get, a guy like, Kenyon Martin, Bob Lanier, those type of guys who are really solid. And at the end of the day, if you are, no money spent and want to make MT, you just got to keep downgrading for MT. And I know people are probably like, really, Ty? I'm so sick and tired of having to downgrade these event cards for MT. But guess what? I've got, 12 million MT on my main account, right? And I still do it. It is still worth taking the time to do. And I know it sounds crazy. I know it's probably boring. But again, if you are one where you are wanting that, to continue building your squad in that right direction, it is definitely worth taking the time for you guys to do so. I know, again, a lot of you guys are out there like, Ty, I'm so done. I'm so over downgrading to diamonds and making MT. And that's fine. If that's you, and you want to use your event tokens on whatever you want to, that's fine. But at least go into triple threat park and grind this thing out if you are good at the game. Now, if you are bad at the game or just like an offline player, it is what it is, right? Like, if this is not something you can do, like, it stinks, but it is what it is. We at least do have some single player challenges for you guys in the game to at least grind for, 100, or I think it is an Invincible event card. No, it's not a GOAT card, but with, the locker code, with the Invincible, you can do your thing. Do I wish 2K would add more challenges? Yes. And that is something to kind of keep an eye on throughout the week. 2K may possibly add more challenges to the agendas throughout the week. We saw it a ton in our last event. Like, they literally on the last day added an extra GOAT card for us to go and grind for. And so that is something to kind of keep an eye on with, this new event. Is, again, it only lasts a week, so who really knows what 2K is going to ultimately do. But they could continue dropping, more of these event type of cards throughout the upcoming week in the agenda. So that is something, again, I would stay on top of this, But as always, be patient when it comes down to using your festival event cards. There's really no rush to do it. The timer does say, you know, that it is going to expire, but who really knows if that's the case? You know, like that, it always says that. You never really know if the timers are actually going to be accurate. But it does say everything lasts for 8 more days. So I would probably try to get everything used by then. Like, you know, with the past couple of events, you've been able to hold the cards and continue downgrading and continue making that MT. With this, I would be a little more careful with it and try to use all the cards, you know, by that 8-day mark. So am I going to go and do this on my no money spent? Yes. Am I going to go and do this on my main account? Absolutely. Like I mentioned, this is probably the best grind we have every week. Like King of the Court this week, if you want it, right, you get those, you know, 5 different GOAT cards. That's actually a really solid reward. But outside of that, like, again, as far as grinding the game and if it's worth playing, I really have not played the game a ton. Somebody commented on my stream today, Ty, how do you not have level 40 done? I don't know, there's just, to me, not been a ton of reasons to load up and play the game. I grind the agendas out. I got my 100 overall. Don't ask me who I pulled, because that was pretty troll. But outside of that, like, again, there's just not a whole lot of reason for me to load up and play the game. King of the Court, obviously, if once in a while I will load up and play. But again, outside of that, you know, it's the events, it's the challenges. Those types of things are really what I'm here to grind. So I am going to be grinding this thing. And for me personally, since I did win King of the Court, since I typed in that locker code, I have what, like 7 GOAT cards already in my collection. People are saying, Ty, go get Ralph. I still can't get Ralph. Like, as sad as it is, as much as I wish I could go get Ralph, I still can't go get Ralph. So it is what it is. What am I going to use my cards on? Honestly, I have no idea, right? Like, I actually have no idea what I'm going to use my GOAT cards on or any of my event cards, but it is what it is. At least I have the opportunity tomorrow to add another GOAT card to my collection. And again, this is probably going to be the most event cards I've had in a single, you know, short span, right? I'm going to have a lot of different GOAT event cards to use. It just comes down to what I ultimately am going to want to use them on. So that's just kind of it for me today. I did want to kind of update you guys on what is coming to my team tomorrow. Again, this is probably the most worth it grind in the game. It just comes down to, again, I know a lot of people out there are not that great at Park or don't necessarily want to load up triple threat Park. And if that's you guys, trust me, like, I totally get it. But just know, like, this is definitely worth doing. And if you have friends that are really good or people in the community that you know that are really good, it's probably worth your time to try to pair up with some guys that can do some things on this game. So that is going to wrap it up for our video. You guys can let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comments. Another week, another GOAT card. Seems like we are always having an event going on right now in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM, which again, I don't really mind, but a lot of it is pay to win. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.